Yeah, Motesh, welcome. And this morning we'll have more of an interaction with the property coach. Motesh is an international property coach. He has vast knowledge on the real estate. And he always stretches his arm when we said about helping others and extending your arm to get help as well as helping others. Motesh is a live example. He always goes out of his way to help others when it comes to the knowledge on properties. Dear Motesh, having said that, any restaurant industry or any hospitality sector now, the major thing when they plan a opening of a restaurant is the rental value. So that is how a major important component, and that is the reason we wanted to have this discussion on reality of reality. So now with this, post lockdown, is there any government relief for the rental values in terms of the hospitality sector? We would like to hear from you.
Yeah, first of all, good afternoon, Balaji sir, for this wonderful opportunity, and thank you, Prego team, for all the works which is going on back end. And good afternoon to all the guests, being a part of this live. And thank you, special thank you to Swasna for a nice thought of the day. I think this is a leadership skill of Balaji sir. He always keep encouraging people. Now I think he's started encouraging his daughter to starting with thought of the day. So when coming to this question, no, is there any support from the government? Actually, no. We all understood. Yes, of course, retail and hospitality sector is the most affected sector during this COVID-19 after to the aviation. Actually, we all agree with that. But what happens? No, say for example, since government already has given some instruction to landlords where the workers were staying. Say for example, if you are in a restaurant, your workers are staying there. Government has instructed they should not collect any rent for laborers and workers who were working actually. But they didn't given any instruction to business or enterprises that landlord should not collect rent from the tenant actually. So I think government also can't say directly you should not collect rent from the business owners, because a government doesn't have any right to say this actually. Okay, so government is very clear, they don't want to give such instruction. They've given only to the landlords who are occupying the workers actually. As a coin has a two sides. Okay, why there is a challenge in government can't say so rental waiver should be like this, or rental should not be collected from the tenant, because as a coin has two sides. The landlords or builders who have constructed this retail buildings or hotels or something else, they also leverage it through rental lease discount or loan or EMI. So they have a plan that once they collect the rent, they pay the EMI. So they say they also struck, since if they are not getting the rent, they couldn't able to pay the EMI. So they also builders also stuck in this position, builders or landowners. Okay. And what I understood through few, when I talked to few of my friends and clients, few industries paying rental, which is like working in essential and medical segment. Retail and hospitality segment could not able to pay rent. They are negotiating with the landlords for waiver or postponed actually. And also, if you have a force majeure clause in your agreement with the landlord, you can take it legally, to claim a waiver. Even I've seen yesterday one of the verdict judgment from a
Motesh, I
Supreme
think so.
Court.
You can talk more on force major clause. How do you think? What is force major clause? And
Yeah. But before this, I just want to share a judgment which came day before yesterday from the Supreme Court. Okay, bunch of lawyers and applied for a rental waiver of their bar council places. So Supreme Court is rejected. We can't give waiver. If once we give waiver to one professional, everyone will start asking. So we can't give it. Like this, Supreme Court, maybe this judgment will precedence for the future judgments actually. And also I've seen Starbucks. I think most of them has read an article about Starbucks. Starbucks has requested seek rental waiver for 3 months from all their landlords. If the landlords are not agreeing, they said they will take through force majeure clause. So as Balaji sir asked, force majeure clause. Okay, see, government of India has announced this as a force majeure calamity by on Minister of Finance on 19th February 2020. the COVID-19 has been announced as invoked force major class for this pandemic. Okay, so those who all have a force major claim this has been measured. This has been mentioned as a force major event. So anyone has an agreement, with the force major class can get a rental waiver. See, mostly this force major clause is helping for a contracts. If any supply kind of things, any commitments, no, I think this force major will help in the contracts. In terms of rental, if you have any agreement which is have more specifically mentioned about force major class, that too, not a general force major class. It should be an with specific words that if there is no business or any pandemic like this, there will not be a rental like this. Any specific force major, if there, they can get waiver through court if the landlord is not agreeing actually. And in terms of even we say we have seen that articles about Starbucks, they said they will invoke force major. I think they might have a force major class strongly, but we didn't get an opportunity to see that force major class. If we get it, that I think we can know what exactly the force major class they mentioned in the Starbucks agreement, so that it will help. And if any judgment, if it comes, I think that will help others to follow up also. And in force major also, most one is actually time is an essence actually. Even if you have any rental agreement with force major class, okay, you should have a time essence. Time should be within a 48 hours. You should inform the landlords about the force major. You can't able to pay the rent like this. You have to inform them actually. uh, See, when I talk to a lot of hospital and friends, most of them have not have that force major actually. Even we in construction, we had our office, factories, and good all these things. We have once we have understood about this, we gone through our rental agreement. We didn't mention about any force major. Okay, most of them have not expected this kind of situation, so we have not had force major class. Maybe in future, or we have to renew all our agreements. No, in future that we should include force major class, so that in future, if we have such a situation, we should get a rental waiver from the landlord.
No, you mean to say force major clause has to be mentioned already in the rental agreement. In case we are not mentioned it, it will not hold good now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, fine. And what is the rental level which is going to come out? Because even yesterday I got an information that one of our FMCG companies, talking to a friend, he was mentioning one of an FMCG, leading FMCG company based out of Chennai. They were saying like they are going to close up the major of the houses, the number of floors they are going to vacate. It's just going to have the basic infrastructure, and remaining people will start working from home. So similarly, there's going to be a lot of other things looking at this. So how do you perceive the rental value to come down?
No, I just want to share on a recent research done by IIM Bangalore, Real Estate Research Institute. Okay, what they have shared is actually, see, out of 129% are paying rent as on time, because I think they're mostly into essential and medical kind of services, and 39% of the survey has been done with the landlords, whether they're getting rental on time or like this. The survey has been done. 29% of no landlords getting the rent on time, and 39% they are not willing to come in, and 39% of people share that there is a request from the retailers and restaurant owners, that they want a time, they want a waiver, or they want a deferment payment, or they want to convert it into EMIs kind of things. There was a request. And also this out of 39%, mostly 50% of people are requesting for more than 25% of rental discount. Okay, at least for a year. What the request majorly came to all the landlords, what I am understood is almost everyone wants minimum 25% of rental should be waived off, or reduced at least for a year, till the business picks up actually. So what
Okay.
I feel, there is no hardened rule here. What I feel is, the landlord and the tenant should be mutually collectively actually sit together and negotiate, no and it has to be sorted out. My suggestion to landlords is, no, as you said, most of the people are vacating. I request, no, most of the landlords, how they should anchor to the clients. Okay, they should understand the pains of the retail or hospitality sector or tenants, and they should work out on a win-win situation, either rent waiver or 50% discount, or restructuring something. So landlord should focus, or should anchor on the existing clients, and create a win-win situation, so that no, they will not also lose tenant. If they lose tenant now, definitely it will be hard for them to get a tenant again for 6 months. So
Okay.
landlords should also anchor to the client, and they should have a create a win-win situation, sit together and work in a via media for this actually. As you asked, no, say maybe there will be a cool down in price in the rentals for the next 1 year. But we can't say the specific location and the specific industry. Okay, some industries still have a demand, that industry will flourish. Some industry which has challenge, there will be a negotiation and there will be a reduce in rental.
I mean, we were talking about pertaining to the hospitality industry. So how do you perceive that, Mr. Matish?
Yeah,
The rental
hospitality industry.
values.
Yeah, definitely. No, again, in hospitality industry, what I feel is either reducing of rental, or most of the clients know already there is a scheme called revenue sharing model. Okay, so a lot of the malls is having a rental sharing model. Okay, maybe if the landlords is not willing to reduce, maybe they can, though tenants can convince them for a revenue sharing model, so that when there is a revenue sharing model, the risk is also no mitigated to the landlord also. So they will not have a pressure on rental pressure for the hospitality sector. I feel a 50% increase will be there in this revenue sharing model rather than fixed rental. Most of the people will go for a revenue sharing model.
Revenue sharing model. Okay. And when you were talking about the government has told about some discount in terms of the rented. So does it apply only for the commercial or is it for the hospitality sector?
No,
I
the
mean,
government.
you are talking about the commercial. I'm talking about the domestic sector also, the homes and other things rental. Does that apply there also, or is it only
Yeah.
for the commercial?
No, actually, no rental. See, rental government has only instructed for worker class. The landlord should not get no collect the rental. But in terms of residential, I think much negotiation is not happening because everyone stays at home, so they are paying. I think there is not lagging in collection of rental from the tenants because everyone is occupying the home, so they feel that they has to pay actually. But wherever they couldn't able to pay, actually they might having a negotiation or deferred payment or kind of things actually happen. As I said, it is not a hard and fast rule. It is a give and take policy and one to one between the landlord and the tenant. It's of most creating a relationship on long term and no living and creating win-win situation. Either if tenant could not able to pay, landlord has to forgive few months or something, or a waiver or postpone and get some payment like this. They have to work on. There is no hard and fast rule. And I feel most of the residential sector tenants, I think landlords able to collect the rental. Only in business place, even see myself also tried with my landlords in office spaces. Okay, but no, they have EMI. They said that we have a EMI commitment. So based on this, we have EMI commitment. So we might give you a 2 months time for pay you like this. Only I think landlords are reacting.
Okay. And how long do you think this entire hospitality, retail and hospitality sector in terms of time will take to recover?
You
Because that's how
as
it
I
purely depends on the real estate value.
Yes, no, as I said early, the most affected industry after to aviation is retail and hospitality sector. I feel minimum it will take 9 to 12 months time to recover from this situation. See that too, it has it is purely based on the two factors. One, when we'll get vaccine. Okay, if we able to get a vaccine, I think we will bounce back yearly. Or how we mostly adapt to this COVID-19, how no we adapt and move forward with all the safety precautions, how we move forward. This both two things will decide how fast we will recover. To my knowledge, it will take minimum 9 months to 12 months to recover from this COVID-19. And
Because
also what yeah, please.
because now the trend is a lot of takeaway restaurants is going to be the name of the game. That's what has been doing the rounds about. So the entire dine-in space is going to go waste in terms of this. So how are we going to recover the kind of business everything as an not only as an real estate person, as an outside entrepreneur? How do you think this? How long will it take?
Yeah, see, I just want to share. See, we are into, as I said, we are into real estate. I just want to share what are the things which we took. Okay, maybe helpful for all the entrepreneurs in terms of entrepreneur perspective. No, now we just keep focusing on sales. Now we are more innovative now. Say, we example, we have a project in Porur, Kattapakam, which is an affordable apartments where we are giving some offer, like online booking offers we are running. So if someone is booking from home, they can pay 25% now, and then later they can come and visit the site and they can book. So in industry we should be more innovative. In restaurant, I think we have more people will be like health conscious. We have to promote health cuisine, and also we have to keep change on our menus to attract more footfall. And also we should design, change the design of the restaurant also. I think one seater with 6 feet distance, as they said, we have to maintain social distance. Okay, we maybe change the design of the restaurants also, seater arrangements also to be shared, change one seater restaurant seater has to be there, so that even if family comes, previously restaurants is a place where family will come out and hang out. Okay, so today it is an opposite to this actually. So we can't go and hang out at restaurants. So even if family comes, we have to provide a single seater, like 4-5 seaters separate, 6 feet distance. Like this, we have to keep innovative, uh, and we also be promote to the clients, by by videos or something else. We have to create a confidence to the food people, that we are following hygienic process. We are, when we cook, we are now wearing gloves and all these things, and our restaurants has been purely kept hygienic. Our restaurant is safe for coming, and all these things we have to promote them. And even as you said, there is a lot of delivery kind of things is increasing. So they can excess resource which we have, they can utilize for home delivery rather than depending upon third party. Even they can give delivery and say that we are very safe, you're not depending upon the third party, we are following social distance, we are following hygienic, all these things. So we have to keep innovative things. So, and we also, the most challenge what we are facing, adaptability of the employees is most challenging here, and we have to keep them trained. So the management will change, or adapt to the situation immediately, but we have to adapt to the situation. We have to train our team also to adapt to the situation. And we have to keep innovative things. Say for example, in my profile I've shared, we are doing in a retreat homes in Pondicherry, which is now again we have created a new innovative model where we are a builder, we are constructing on a resort, whereas the resort has been operated by someone else, and those who are buying will get a rental. It's a win-win situation between builder, operator, and a buyer. Okay, so that we have to create some innovative things into hospitality sector. And what are the innovations we do? If it works, if it works. If it doesn't work, we have to switch on immediately to the next one, and adapt the employees to come out of this situation.
Good, Motish. As an entrepreneur, what are your suggestions post lockdown? What is the things which hospitality sector, because you're an entrepreneur, you would have had a lot of thought process within your circle of team, within your builder circle, within your flat promoter circle, and different walks. So as an entrepreneur, how do you, and what are the suggestions for the hospitality sector post lockdown?
No, as an entrepreneur, I say no. Focus on controlling the cost. As I say, no rental. How we can we can convince the landowner for revenue sharing model, and no workforce. Whatever the workforce we have, we can say utilize for delivery, home delivery kind of things. If you have more workforce, if there is no footfall, okay, a part of our resources can be utilized for home delivery, such a kind of things actually too. And if footfalls, we and third, innovation, as I earlier said, we have to create our menu, health conscious menu, and attract footfall. If the footfall is not there, I think we have to go and serve the community where the community is. As I said, we should create each company can create their own online platform, home delivery, such a kind of innovate. They has to keep innovative to sustain the business for another 6 months or 1 year. And post, after 1 year, I think there will be huge potential growth for a hospitality sector, because a lot of investments will come, and even we have to wait and see what our finance minister is going to offer. Already, as you said yesterday, Prime Minister has said there is a 20 lakh crore stimulus package has been planned overall India. We should see, and also he mentioned that he is focusing on reviving MSME sector also. So hospitality, retail sector, all will come under this. I think if there anything from government like interest waiver for their OD and all these things, and I think through hospitality associations also, I think you keep representing the government for interest waiver for OD, such a kind of things, or rental waiver, some kind of things, or and some moratorium kind of things has been should be requested from the through association, from the tenants to the association. I think 6 to 12 months we have to keep in for our foods in survival mode. We have to work hard for 60 hours per week or more. Keep changing. No, if something, as I said, we have to keep innovative is the only thing. If things is not working out, keep change immediately and create some new ideas. And also, if able to if there are 2-3 restaurants, no, combined together and survive, we can know, even that can be planned actually. Okay, collaboration can be planned at this time. One restaurant will be special in one cuisine, another restaurant will be special in another cuisine. So if 2-3 restaurants at a local place can collaborate together, and they can keep survival mode for till this 12 months, and then definitely after that I think good a lot of we are hearing a lot of industries is going to come through to India because of this China issues. A lot of a lot of companies were interested. Even I've seen Apple is also want to start their manufacturing in India. If these things all come, I think definitely there will be a boom will be there, and definitely hospitality industry will pick up soon.
Okay, good, Motish. Thank you. And we have few questions from our guests also. May I request our Mr. Balachandar, who had requested to ask a question. Mr. Balachandar, you can unmute and speak.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Yes,
Sir.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Moti sir, வணக்கம். உங்க இதை நிறைய கேட்டிருக்கேன் நான் யூடியூப்ல.
Thank you.
ஆக்சுவலி எனக்கு ஒரு சின்ன டவுட். ஆக்சுவலி நீங்க சொன்னீங்க ரெவென்யூ ஷேரிங் சொல்லிட்டு சொன்னீங்க. அது நல்ல கான்செப்ட். ஆனா அது வந்து
Bala, you can ask your questions, Mr. Balachandar, if it's possible in English, so that if there are people all around the place.
Okay, Motish, actually you told me about the revenue sharing model. Actually, it's a very good idea, revenue sharing. But the problem is, like mall kind of business, they have own software. So in that situation, the revenue sharing is working fantastically. But what about that medium level of hospitality industries, restaurant? They don't have, because how to track the revenue sharing is based on the sales. How to track the sales, and it's very difficult. No, for small restaurants, it's very difficult to arrive the revenue sharing model. It's very difficult. No, that's why. Do you have any idea, any suggestion for that?
No, say for example, no, this pandemic of COVID has given a lot of innovations. Okay, definitely I can see there will be an ERP or software will available for small medium enterprises. Okay, this is a business opportunity. Okay, if someone from an IT can able to create an ERP for like Tally kind of things for small enterprises, definitely I think revenue sharing will succeed actually.
Okay.
Definitely IT companies, I think already there, I don't know much about IT. There may be any software, or this is an opportunity to create an IT or software for small and medium hospitality industries to have a transparency in revenue sharing basis.
Actually, the MSME, the medium level of restaurants, they don't want to share the information to the landowners. This is a mentality is going on in India. So they don't want to disclose all the information to the landlord. So they may fear like that. So
yeah, see, obviously out of what I'm saying out of total rental, a fixed rental model, almost 30 to 40% I see after this COVID-19 they doesn't have a such option. So they have to negotiate the landlord, and we have to convince the landlord also. So then how landlord will reduce his rent? So we have to convince him like, okay, we will go for a revenue sharing model. I think it's forced to move towards. I think people might change post this scenario.
Okay. Thank you, Madesh. Thank you.
Thank you, Balaji.
Okay.
Yeah, we have one more question from Mr. Belkus Begum. You can unmute and talk, sir.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I got the answer. Yeah, Mr. Bala has asked same question. I asked for revenue sharing.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the answers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Balaji, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah.
Sir, it's Ashraf from Modern Kitchen, sir, Hyderabad.
Oh, okay, Mr. Ashraf ji. How are you? All
Hi,
well?
sir. Good, sir.
Yeah.
Good, sir.
Yeah, very nice, sir. Very nice. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I mean, we have any other questions? It'll be easier to move forward. Good. Mr. Shankar wants to say something. Yeah.
It was an excellent presentation by Mr. Moti is a good friend. I really place on appreciation for taking his time to come and give a wonderful presentation of this nature about sharing his experience, and also at this situation where people are really locked down in Corona. His speech has been really motivating to us. Now is a wonderful time for us to move forward because each and every industry sector is facing a difficulty. It is not only the food sector or the construction industry. People are going to face a lot of trouble. And in this situation, we all have to come together and face the situation together. I really thank Mr. Motis on behalf of our Prego team, and also thank all the participants who are in the Zoom meeting as well as watching live on FB. It is a continuous program of knowledge series which has been arranged by the Prego Kitchen Equipments, a pioneering company in food service equipment. This is basically to create an awareness about what is happening in different sectors of life. So, and this is a wonderful opportunity for our participants, our dealers, our customers to also to understand and how this whole COVID situation is going to change the fact of living. We have to live with the virus, that is a fact, but how better we can do things and how positively we can take it and how better we can live, make a change in our life is going to be add the value of it. I once again thanks Mr. Motis and all the team members who have been doing a wonderful job by arranging this knowledge series. And I request Mr. Balaji to take it forward. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Motish. And you would like to add up something, you could please. Yeah.
Thank you, Shankarana, for nice motivational words. As you said, actually, this situation has forced us to a different situation. I think all together, I think we can fight this and we can come out. Only the confidence which we'll have is the support today we have. With a positive attitude and confidence, definitely we can all fight this thing and keep innovate, keep working hard. We can all come out with this situation. And I all request all the business owners see the normal, the usual thing which all the entrepreneurs doing in a mistake. Since I'm into real estate, I just want to share and close my session. A lot of business people into hospitality segment, where they do business, create a profit. Whenever they earn profit, they keep invest in another REIT. Say, for example, someone is in a retail chain, they keep open next. There's a good idea, and expanding is a good idea, giving job opportunities and all together. But my request is, out of profit, at least 15 to 20% of profit, you take it from your business and invest in solid assets, either it's in a gold or real estate or liquid cash or something else. I prefer real estate because a lot of multi-billionaires today are made because of investing in real estate. I'm also on mission to make every year at least 2,000 millionaires by investing in real estate. So my kind request, whatever the profit you are making, maybe not now, maybe I think we will be all be in survival mode for another 6 months to 1 year. When you start doing profit, whatever the profit you earn, at least 15 to 20% of profit you invest, create a personal wealth. And since I'm in real estate, I prefer investing in real estate as the best opportunity when compared to gold or stocks. Thank you, Balaji sir, for offering this wonderful opportunity to talk with all your clients and FB guests. Thank you all. Thank you all for the opportunity.
Mr. Motis, I would like to have a question here.
Yeah, please.
So, with all the COVID situation, how do you feel the real estate? I would say not only the real estate, even the land price, land banks, and the apartment rates. How do you foresee what will be the challenges? Will there be a price cut, or how is it? What is? Please explain in detail.
Yeah, see, in real estate, when we go talk about in a residential sector, actually, okay, I don't see much correction in Chennai or Tamil Nadu because we are already in a conservative market. But whereas there is a possibility in Bangalore or North India, there is some expectation in correction because of a lot of unsold stocks are there. When if we talk about specifically about Chennai, we doesn't have much of unsold stock. And we already we are affected by the economic crisis for almost for the past 3-4 years. So we are already only serving the end user. We don't have any investor market. So I don't see much correction in Chennai or Tamil Nadu market. Maybe Bangalore or North India, we may expect some few 10 to 20% of correction. That too based on the demand and location. If the location is promising and demand is there, definitely price correction I'm not expecting any there actually. In terms of land within city, there is some consolidation is happening, whereas in outskirts, say for example in Chennai, if you look at it city, the price has already shoot up to 3 crores, 4 crores or 5 crores per ground. Okay, so there is no much buyer here. I think that might be some consolidation happening in city, whereas outskirts of no city like OMR, GST, this Porur, Tambaram, all these thing areas which is still affordable. So I don't see much correction. Only if there's someone is having demand, let's say something is no urgency, they might give it for 10 to 20% discounted price. But however, this market is always available. When the market is good, also someone is need of money might still sell it at discounted price. To Chennai market, I didn't see. See, even as I said, we have done an online booking offer. We could able to take almost 10 bookings during this COVID-19 lockdown period. So people still interested in buying homes, because being at home has given them that home is most important for them. So people keep buying actually. And a lot of encouraging things is, as I said, since there is a US China trade war, most of industries from China is planning to shift to India. Potentially Tamil Nadu may attract more industries because of a good employee actually, knowledgeable employee, skill set is more here, and cheap cost actually, labor cost is very less when compared to other states. So Tamil Nadu can attract more industries during because of this US China trade war. And also because of stock market crash, also people are most now feared about investing in share market. Even mutual funds is not doing great. So people, those who have, even I have a personal experience, a few years before, we have done a project in Kattupakam, Porur, where two friends came together. One friend has bought an apartment from us, and another friend, he said, okay, I don't want to buy an apartment, he's invested in real estate. After 4 5 years, the guy who has invested in our property is getting almost 30% appreciation, whereas the guy who, his friend who have invested in stock market, because of after this 40% correction, his price is, whatever he's invested, he couldn't able to recoup up to his capital itself. He is in minus to his capital. Okay, so this creates a lot of fear in the middle income family. So there is a fear in investing in share market. So that investment again will come to real estate. Definitely, as I said, hospitality industry will coop up after 1 year. Maybe this residential will resilient quickly. Maybe by 3 months to 6 months, it will come to its normal position.
Thank you, Mutish. But I need to ask one more question. See, this you talked about the residential real estate. Or how about the commercial? Because today work from home is becoming a culture, and the corporates are also thinking about why not we continue the same thing, and only 30% of the staff they come to office should be fine. So they are reducing the work area space and all, to reduce the cost also. So how do you foresee the challenges faced by this? And because of that, if suppose the people move away back to their own towns, so won't you think there'll be a big vacuum in the necessity for residential apartments? And also as well, rental also, rental may also come down. What is your feedback on that, please?
Yeah, see, those who have went to their native might come back another 3 6 months. See, whatever the scenario, definitely these situations will be prevailing to till 3 to 6 months. So what I'm seeing is post 6 months or something else, for how we will resilient and we will come back. Actually, for the time being, definitely, as you said, there will be vacancy, because even workers who were staying here are moving to their native, migrant workers, laborers, and even our employees are moved, who are staying in paying guest room, all moved to their native. It will take another 1 or 2 months to come back. So even our prime minister said there is a fourth lockdown is there. So we are worried about when this lockdown will open, when our employees will come. Definitely, till we have clarity about the opening of lockdown and any vaccine for COVID-19. Till then, there will be uncertainty will be there, and definitely there will be less demand for residential and commercial time being. But in long term, no, people were talking about work from home. I don't see how success work from home will be. Even I think Tata said work from home, but I even yesterday I read an article that Tata is planning to buy some property in Delhi or something else. Okay, so they want to consolidate their campus. And what I see is, after COVID and because of this social distance, even commercial space required more. Say, for example, previously, if you plan for 40 dining seater, you might require some 1,200 square feet. Today, if you want to 40 dining seater, you might require some 2,500 square feet of space. Okay, and office space also. You can't. Previously, I think 150 square meter of space is required for an employee. Maybe it may move to 250 square meter of space or something required. Sorry, 150 square feet of space which is required for one employee, which might go for 250 or 300 square feet of space which is required to occupy one employee. So okay, even assuming that 50% of employees is going to work from home, if they want to occupy 50% of employees, because of this social distance, the workspace which they have has to be utilized fully. They can't vacate it, which is my preview. And a lot of there are challenges in work from also. Data should be safe, internet speed should be there. There should be no, if those who are living in a joint family, they are finding difficult to work. Even when if I want to do this webinar, I'm just force my son to be with my wife. Okay, he will come and disturb me like this. So a lot of family challenges are also there. We cannot able to take quick call. Maybe we might go to this work from home space very slowly. I think it won't happen as everyone projects. That's my view. Anna.
Wonderful, Mr. Motis. The other important question which I want to know is, when we look at the real estate corrections, won't that bring the, for example, no, because the EMI, the moratorium period, no, has been extended. They say suppose if it's 2 months delayed, it will extend nearly another 8 to 9 months. Is it true? What is can you just explain about that, no, please?
Yeah. Say for example, moratorium period is only say what the RBI says is 3 months moratorium period which they have given is you don't need to pay that EMI now. This EMI 3 months EMI amount will be added to your principal from the 4th month. Okay. So what happens? Say someone is having a outstanding loan amount of 10 lakhs. Okay. They have a EMI of 25,000 per every month. So 3 months 75,000 will be added to their principal, and the principal became 10 lakh 75,000. So they will calculate interest for 10 lakh 75,000. So my suggestion, those who have funds, those who have a cash flow can pay that EMI and avoid this thing. Even see myself has applied for moratorium period for my ODS and my EMIs. One thing actually, even if I able to pay also, I've just not paid because I'm just thinking of whether the central government will give subsidy for this moratorium period. I will just wait and watch for 3 months. If the central government is giving subsidy, I will enjoy that 3 months interest. If not, then 4th month or 5th month, I should pay that EMI and close so that we can avoid that later burden. My suggestion, if you have a cash flow, pay it now. Or hold it for 3 months. At least we might get some subsidy from government because all the industry is representing to give subsidy for this interest. Okay, if it happens, we'll be get benefited. Or otherwise, 4th or 5th month, if we have a cash flow, we should pay this 3 months EMI so that will not our burden will not be further increased.
And one more last question: how about the rental for the commercial properties and the residential properties? What do you foresee now?
No, I said no residential. I didn't say much correction because already in Chennai, say when it comes to a Chennai market, what I'm saying is already the residential rental markets is nominal rental market is there. I didn't see much correction. Maybe for another 6 months there will be because since a lot of vacancy is there, maybe 6 months we might have some 10 to 15% correction. But I don't see this as a correction. After things it gets normal, I think all will come to that the benchmark. In terms of commercial, it's a $1 million question because we doesn't know, we couldn't predict at this juncture because everyone, as I said, landlord also have some EMI commitments, all these things. Rental, what my suggestion is, it is 1-to-1. The landlord and the tenant has to sit together and work out. We can't say this as like overall rental will be reduced by 10%, 20%. There is no formula for this. It's 1-to-1. If I had a problem in my business, I had to sit with my landlord, negotiate discount, or we have to shift to rental revenue model. Even restaurants can go for a rental revenue model, but whereas office space can't go for a rental revenue model. they should negotiate for a rental for either 10% or 25%. But what the study says, the tenants are expecting almost 25% rental reduction was the expectation from the tenants. But I don't see what is going to happen. It will take another 3 to 6 months to understand about this.
Thank you, Mr. Ma. Wonderful presentation. My good appreciation to you. You've been a young and dynamic entrepreneur. I've seen you for a long time, and my good wishes to you on behalf of the Prego team. Thank you. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. And once again, thank you, Motish, for being with us. Any questions can always be addressed to us. We will indirect share Mr. Motish's number, and we could take up things forward. And since this is going live on FB, there'll be some more few comments from the FB page itself, and we'll take it up. Once again, thank you, Motish, for taking time and being with us here. And thank you all guests for being with us. And in case you would like to know more about this Prego Knowledge Series, please do visit us on www.prego.co or a Prego FB page or a YouTube channel. In case you feel any of your friends have missed out this wonderful session from Mr. Motish Kumar, this is available live. This is available, a recorded version of this is available in our Facebook page as well as in our YouTube channel called Prego. Thank you. And thank you, Motish, once again. And thank you all for making this a wonderful session. Meet you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Motish. Bala.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hey friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook for regular updates.